this out of here.
And we're live. There we go. No more
Okay, let me
technical
get here. Here
difficulties.
we go. Oh, I'm live too. You got us both
Yeah.
live. I like
Yep.
that.
Here we
Well,
go.
welcome everyone to a live session with Steve and Travis. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Regardless of whose fault it was, Travis is going to blame me, so I'll take the blame for that. Uh, and Interesting week in judo. That we just had our world championships, and it was quite exciting. And for me, who follows judo pretty closely over the past years, I just continue to see the athletes getting better. Judo's getting more dynamic, and as much as I see some of our athletes doing a little better, catching up's going to be hard. It's just going to be really hard. These athletes are phenomenal. I've watched, just for example, the 81 kilo Abrazov. I've been watching him for like 3 years, watching him get better every single year. You could tell he was knocking on the door, and sure enough, he won the Europeans and the Worlds this year. What a great, great athlete! And he does it all. He does it all. He's a great Newaza, great Tachiwaza. And there's no easy path to the top at 81 kilos.
Yeah, it's interesting to see just how much Newaza has evolved in judo and like the countries that are starting to pick it up and implement it, even at certain weight classes. It's interesting to see.
Well, I mean, again, as a professional athlete and professional coach, I mean, you get to a level and you got to say, how do I get better? What do I need to add to my judo? What's missing in my judo? What's going to get me from number five to number three, from number three to two, and two to one? You got to get better every year. You got to be adding to your judo, and I think that's what we're seeing. I'm a big fan of Dennis Baru, who isn't fighting much now, but I watched him get better every 6 months. I see him adding to his judo, adding Newaza, and you watch it with Clarice and with just there's quite a bit more Newaza going on, and again, it's dynamic. Different moves we're seeing new ways to get moves, techniques off. It's quite exciting if you like judo.
Got to be a fan though.
It's well, again, you know I just gave a presentation to a referee committee, and I said I start off as a fan, and I'll give my presentation as a fan, and so yeah, you got to be a fan, and it's easy to be a fan if you follow it, because the athletes are great and they fight all the time.
The hard
So
part to watch are the rule changes and
yeah,
how they affect certain decisions, certain scores. It's challenging to watch.
yeah, and it affects athletes differently.
Yep.
So I wish they were much lighter on that. I mean, I like the idea that some of the rules were not good and needed to be changed. But I wish, I don't know, I wish we had a really good, solid set of rules. In the rules and in the modifications, it says in there Newaza counts, and that's
Didn't
it.
see
And I
that.
have, yeah, in the modifications, I actually have that. I did that at my presentation, and I said, can anyone in this room put context to it? And no one said anything. I said, does anyone want to phone a friend? Can someone tell me? You're the referees. I want to know as a coach, what does it mean? And no one had a clue what it meant. And of course, if you watch the Nagase match that he lost, he
Yep.
was doing Newaza, just didn't pay attention to it, and that I thought that was a bad call.
I did too. I was in the same boat. He almost caught him, almost
Yeah.
stuck him on the ground, and then
Yes.
got a penalty for stalling.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a really bad call. A really bad call. So I mean, again, just put some context to the damn rule. Newaza counts. What does that mean? So it's frustrating to me when I can't get a referee to tell me what it means, but it's a rule.
Yep.
So and listen, I think Nagase would have won that match in the long run. I really do. If they would have let him play, he would have got him on the ground, or he would have won the match. But it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Uh, And again, the most important thing is that the right guy wins. And you got to make sure the right guy wins. The better guy wins. Referees can't be deciding contests. That bothers me.
The way the rules are written, it's challenging to do judo without getting penalties. It's actually
Yeah,
interesting to see matches where you get into the end and there hasn't been penalties on the board.
right,
That's
right.
becoming a rare sight. And there
And
is some sort of psychological thing at play when you do see him on the board that like pressures you to do things you may not be willing to do. You saw that in the 81 final. Like
yeah,
that Georgian boy, like, was he gonna get DQ'd for blood? Was he not? Like,
yeah.
what's the standing? How's this gonna look? And then he takes that little bit extra risk and ends up caught.
Well, the penalties are supposed to guide the match. When someone does three false attacks and the other person gets a Shido for non-combativity, we're scoring the match wrong, and that's happened a lot. You know, the other thing is that when they give the kumikata, the gripping penalty, one person's the aggressor, one person is backing up, and they give it to both of them. It doesn't change the match that way. It's supposed to be able to say, you're not playing offensive, you get a penalty, so now you have to play offensive. It just it's frustrating to watch sometimes. And it
Yeah,
doesn't favor the better player. It really doesn't.
but at the end of the day, it's judo. It's what we have for today's rules. So
Yep.
the
Yep.
athletes have to adapt. The best judo players make the adaptation sooner than rather than later, and it is what it is. It was sad to
Uh,
see a lot of the top guys falling early to that Yuko, though.
yeah.
Like in the
Yep.
73 kilo hater off,
Yeah.
like it's like, I
Yeah.
don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I'm not even sure if they score that in your day.
That's
Like
right. Right.
back when there were cokas, when there were
And Yukos.
certain
Yeah.
things called, yeah.
No, you. There was no half on your side. The Yuko, you had to be on your side going towards your back. You couldn't be anywhere near your stomach for a Yuko.
And then the what used to be a coca but is now a Yuko for like the one butt cheek, like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's it's a little bit of a challenge to watch because you're like, I can't believe that decided it, but that's what used to decide judo back in the day.
Well, there was a time where if you had a penalty and a score, the penalty took precedence. So they've gone all through different ways of scoring judo and scoring with penalties too. And I don't know if we're at the best place we've ever been right now. But I have no problem with the people that won the division. And again, I'm a big Hater fan too. I think I would have liked to have seen him have a different chance. Uh,
The good news is they got a few years to figure it out before the Olympics roll around,
yep,
and the champions will have it figured out.
yep, I agree. I agree.
They
And
might
again, there's
emotionally be upset right now, but they'll
no, but
have it figured out. They'll go back. They'll do their
there's such
homework.
a mhm.
They're professionals.
And again, they're there's an interesting a video of Joe Rogan saying that the best athletes there are the top level judo players. These guys are phenomenal athletes. It's great to watch. The people that watch and don't understand the amount of training that goes into a high level athlete. The day in day out training to be there. The amount of hard judo you have to do, weight room, it's quite excessive. The amount of training you need to do to get there and be a great athlete. Uh, United States, it's hard. Just we don't have the numbers.
I think the one thing that I would like to test with like legitimate, referees is the single frame gets the call. You should have to watch that thing at full speed, and if you can't see it, you don't get the call.
Yeah,
Like if it's to the point where we have to slow it down frame by frame to see something hit in a certain way to make the right call, that that's unacceptable. It leaves room for like when you're watching all that confusion hits in. And then everybody, like I saw areas where people's hips never touched the floor, but an elbow hit the floor and they still got the call.
Yeah,
when I play it in slow motion, like you can clearly see tatami under the hip, and it's like, well, when was your
yeah,
elbow constituting a score at any point in judo?
I agree. And again, I one of the things that I said at my referee presentation is that sometimes no score is the right
Right
answer.
call. Yep.
And we have that example in one of our videos today with Stump, and it's just, you watch it in slow motion and slow motion, frame by frame, still hard to tell. I mean, and I've heard referees tell me on both sides either one should have gotten it. That's a no score.
Yep.
It's just a no score, and that's okay. That's the right call, I think.
If we're going to use the video, we have to use the video intelligently. And I don't think the single frame justification is necessarily the right way to do it. That's also
And
me with no context on sitting behind that camera, like trying to watch it.
well, it's not a great view. It's not, it really isn't a great view. And the other thing too is that, when I was a middleweight, and you too, I mean, when I had momentum, I don't want to stop in the match for 3 minutes to view a tape. I want to keep going. It changes
I
the
want to break them.
match.
I want to break
My
them.
God, I mean, it drives me crazy. I don't want the guy to tie his belt.
Yeah.
I want to keep the pressure on. Giving like a minute and a half break to someone, I mean, it's just crazy, and it's unfair. It's unfair to the one that's has the momentum. You come back and you're starting the match over from scratch again. I don't think that's fair either.
Yeah. It has big effects that I think are more than just, hey, we need to take a look at that. Because you also can't allow the match to be fought for 30 or 40 seconds in 4 minutes. It's a big chunk of time. And
Yep.
then to have a call switched over because your tactics change, how you feel changes, all of it dynamically shifts.
I mean, I'd rather have people at each angle seeing it in real time and each making a decision rather than taking the 3 minutes to review the tape.
If you had an
All.
unlimited budget, you'd almost put a camera on every angle with four referees
Yep.
that can't talk to each other, and they just
Yeah.
vote. And then
Yep.
whatever they vote goes on the board.
Yeah.
And if it's
And
3-2, like they all in agreement, that's the score that goes up. And if it's
and
50-50 split, no score.
and you should have 30 seconds to vote. You shouldn't stop the match that long.
You should have 5 seconds to vote. You
5 seconds is
watch
fine
it
too.
again,
Watch
done.
it again and go. Yep.
You can't figure it out,
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
Right? Judo is
No,
so
I agree.
dynamic. It's just so dynamic that slowing it down just it's scary. I like the slowing it down for like educational purposes,
Sure. Sure.
but like to see a pant touch a floor but not a hip and finding a frame to justify a score is scary.
Right. 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 So well,
But it's also not the
I
majority, right? We're talking
yeah,
about like a few instances.
yeah.
So
But
it's not
usually
that it's
they're
broken.
no, I agree. And the referees that referee at the Worlds referee a lot and referee at a high level a lot, and they're chosen by that. And listen, there's no sport that human error isn't a part of it. We're going to have human error. I mean, we want to have as little as possible. But I mean, in football and baseball, I mean, in football, you only get so many challenges anyway, and people see a play and people think it's pass interference and they think it's not. And each team thinks they get cheated. And that's just part of sport. We want to do the best we can, but human error is part of it.
Oh, too funny. Too
Always says
funny.
great things about judo. Yes. Jordan Shale. Yes. Joe Rogan says great things about judo because he's a mat athlete. And mat athletes understand how good judo players are. Uh,
And how athletic you have to be to pull judo off, especially at a
yeah.
high level.
Oh,
Tremendous
without a doubt.
athletes.
No question. So I don't think I have to say there's anything that's better than the corner judges. Well, again, the judo continues to get better, and on the way trying to get better, sometimes we take a small step backwards or we're unhappy with it, but the effort is to get better.
Yep.
Uh, and and again, with being nitpicky about this, judo is just so great to watch now. The athletes are great. The women are getting better. God, the women are getting better. And it's and they're in great shape. You know, it's hard. You know, about 5 7 years ago, I thought that maybe we had a chance if we had a really good woman coming up. But if the women just are getting better at that, you know, by leaps and bounds in the world.
I almost want judo to go back to 5 minutes.
with uh with no golden score or
With it, I just feel like with the Yuko call and the stumble,
yeah.
it's so easy to get a Yuko. Like I understood dropping it down to 4 minutes because we're only counting big throws.
Yep.
Like I get it. But when you get like stumbled and like you hit your elbow and all of a sudden you're down, like it's very easy at the highest levels to save that minute and a half in a fight, to fight, burn it out in Newaza a little bit. You're not talking about a
Yep.
lot of exchanges. You'd almost rather see that extra minute put on to give them the extra two, maybe three shots to get it back.
Well, the mentality when you're fighting in a 5 minute match at the 3 minute mark, you got the whole match ahead of you.
Yeah.
Now the match is almost over.
Yep.
Two engagements and the match is over.
Yeah.
And if the guy has no Shitos, then it's going to be tough to catch him. No question.
Yeah. So it's just it's one of those things where, it's always going to ebb and flow one way and the other, but the more you start getting those easier scores, the more I think you're going to want more time on the clock and force people to, like, if they are going to stall, like give that person time to effectively get those penalties racked up enough to matter, because the penalties don't add up to anything.
Yeah.
I don't think knocking somebody down to an elbow and then getting two Shitos after the fact constitutes positive judo.
No, I agree.
Right? Even if the other person is like actively lifting, throwing, like, but not scoring, but they're dynamic, they're looking for the opponent. It's tough to see. Like, I feel bad for guys that like lifted them up 3 times. They're actively gripping, get kind of stumbled, get scored on, and then the guy ends up running away, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. I mean, when I was growing up, an Ippon was flat on your back, and a Wazari was just off an Ippon. On your side, part of your back was nothing. You had to have it like almost an Ippon. A Yuko should be almost a Wazari. It should be closer. I mean, it should be on your side, heading towards your back, rather than just, I just think it's too easy to get a Yuko now. I understand they want the matches to move on faster, uh, for the audience, but as a fan, I want the right guy to win. We're ready to start.
Oh, we're talking about close calls and
Okay, let's go
rules
for
and
it.
stuff. So here we go. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, who do you give it to right off the rip?
I'm telling you, right off the rip, it's a no score. I can't tell. I mean, there is no doubt that White has enormous torque in there. And it almost looks to me when I watched it slower that his leg went in a different direction from the Uchimata. Just for me, it was really a difficult for me. To me, this was like a Shinohara a Duye match. So hard to tell. You see how he's. I mean, look at Stump's leg. I mean, he's going over. Man, that's a tough one. What do you think?
Stumpy Pone.
That's how you see it? Well,
Because you know what? Like, at the end of the day, you cannot counter somebody in the direction they are trying to throw you and hit your back and expect to get the call.
Well, I mean, that was kind of how they ruled on the Duye Shinohara match too.
No, but that one's even trickier because
Yeah, I agree.
that was a little bit more both straight ahead. They're
Yep,
both
yep,
actively doing it. This guy is like clearly going in the direction of Uchimata. And when you watch it in that slow motion, not even a frame by frame, right? When we
yeah,
watch this thing play out, let me see if I can click into this, right? Like you and I both know he misses with that foot. Like when he goes to make that step right here,
yep,
that this foot right here, it misses. It's like he's being thrown right now. Yeah, right there. We're done. He missed. He
okay,
missed. There was no way he put any force into the ground to rotate him. Zero.
well, okay.
Just as like an athlete.
No, I get it. I get it.
That's where like watching it in like, you know, kind of slow motion, kind of fast. It's like I get it. Like you're not looking for a frame, but
God, that's close. I see. I see the foot thing, and you're right. But uh, I mean, Stump's legs went flying over too.
yeah, but
God,
everyone's
no,
legs go flying over on Uchimata.
well, not like that though.
Yeah.
Not like that.
I could find you plenty of videos of Inoue's foot leaving the ground
Oh no, leaving the ground, but not like that.
and being rolled over. I definitely think White threw himself 100%.
Well, White went with the throw, is what you're saying. No different than a coach going into a sumi or something like that.
Yes.
I see it. What just wasn't as clear.
And you know what? That I bet you 9 times out of 10, White throws him for Epone because his foot plants on the ground and he gets that lift.
Yep.
But he missed right there. That would just be my opinion. So
Yeah. No, I see
that's
what you're
just
looking at.
terrible luck. Terrible luck.
Yeah. If he was able to plant that foot, it's his score.
Absolutely, a
Yeah.
hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Yep.
Or he had Stump in the air when he threw the foot,
Yeah.
but he didn't. He threw that foot before he ever had Stump lifted.
Yeah.
And this all goes back to just like understanding tactics, like
Yeah.
learning how to win fights. Like there was no reason for the guy in white to ever be there.
Yeah.
Like you got to learn how to win in judo.
No
You got to
question.
learn how to like not take big risks. You're up. Wazari and Yuko, like he clearly had this fight won.
Yeah.
Hey, there's our guy. There he is, back on the scene, out of North Carolina.
Uh,
So yeah, I could understand his reaction. He's not happy.
no, no. But again, look at the dynamics. Look how judo is, how quick it is, and how it's exciting. Great, great, great match. I got to tell you, it is a. So the truth is, without the slow motion replay, it's hard to tell.
Without the slow motion replay,
Yeah,
I give it to White
yeah.
every time
Look at that.
because nothing
God.
Stump did caused White to bring his foot across and go for
Yeah.
that elevation. Like
No,
he
right.
actively did that.
Yeah. He just missed. He just missed the throw.
Yep.
He missed it.
Yep. And you know what
Well,
sucks?
good.
When you miss Uchimata and you land on your back and they call you
Yep.
pome for the other guy for the Skashi.
Yep.
You know what? That sucks too.
Without
Same
listen,
same thing. That's how my brain sees it.
I get it.
Feel bad for the guy in white though.
Yeah, that was this is a
Feel bad, but
God.
it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it.
That's why we watched judo, huh? That was great.
That's one thing that gets judo tons of views is like you clip that out, you throw it out there and be like, hey, let the comment section see what it's all
Yeah,
about. Let's put it, let's get a
no, it's
voting pool
great. It's
worldwide
great.
going.
No,
What's the community want? So
what
let me
else you
see.
got here?
Oh, I got lots of them. Here we
I
go.
know you do. I know you do.
See what we got here. No, no audio though. Nobody wants audio. Oh, I didn't even look at the lower third here until just now. This sucks. Oh, yeah, we're not watching that. There we go.
Oh
Oh, God, he just didn't step in. No
no,
commitment. You had him. Oh, I missed that belt.
oh, wow. You notice Hungary's coming out with some better players now, both men and women.
Hungary's always had good players. They're not
Yeah,
just coming out with them. They've
no,
always had like four guys, a couple
I know.
girls. Their team's
Tachos and
always
then
been
all the way
around like
back in.
five or six of really solid judo players.
Yeah, but I think they're getting in the medal rounds now.
They always
More
were.
so. Yeah, I guess
Always
so.
were. You're
Yeah.
not giving them enough credit.
Well,
Oh, I mean, it's nice to see Egypt back on the circuit.
yep,
They kind of drifted away there for a couple quads. So hopefully this kid can develop and grow and get some
yes,
time on the circuit to really start improving and hitting those
yeah,
medal rounds. I feel bad because he was in a good spot, but once he missed that belt, he should have backed out,
yep,
realized he didn't get it, and not stayed. Part of that, like just learning when to stay in it, learning
and
judo, the tactics, golden score, like he risked it. Oh, had he just done like a coach, he'd have had that guy.
yep,
Just a boom, boom, done, game over. Back to basics. Back to
yeah.
basics.
That was a great throw.
Hey, how was judo at the nationals? I didn't go. Those of you guys who
uh,
don't know, we just fought the Junior Olympics, which was the Junior World Trials, right?
yeah, it was. It was. We had some of our top players there that made the team. I mean, I think Jonathan Yang made the team. Lenny made the team. Uh, the people like Harley made the team.
Mm.
So we had some. We had some of our players. It was good. It was good. Uh, Again, not as heavily competitive. I mean, 60 kilos is a good division with Yang and Velasco. That's a pretty good division. And Lenny in 66 had some tough fights. Uh,
Hey,
that
how did he beat Velasco for 60s?
Jonathan, God, I don't know. I was on the other side coaching someone there. I didn't see, but lately he's been pretty consistent at beating Velasco. And Jonathan Yang is very, very strong. Tachiwaza. He's very strong. He's got great natural feel. He senses danger. He did it in the worlds. He played really well in the worlds until he got to the ground, and then he got handled pretty good. And there's no secret on what he needs to do. But if he can play Newaza, he'll be a threat. I mean, he's really good. He has a real good sense of when he's in danger and how to move. And as Sanagi is threatening. He's good. He's got a good future.
Oh,
What do we got here? Oh,
I remember this one.
yes,
Oh,
yeah. I just love when people go forward and backward. It's just such. I mean, it's what judo's about, right?
I, I mean, it's one of those things where like that big guy's moving his feet a lot. He's
Yeah,
dancing.
without a doubt.
I like it.
And what is that? An Ashiguruma, an Oguruma? What is that?
Ashiguruma.
Ashiguruma. Yeah, just really nice. I love the switch and then go forward. God, action and reaction. That's just good judo.
I feel bad for this guy,
Yeah,
Georgian
well,
Tushvili.
yeah. Just what a nice switch. Nice. It's a nice entry into the switch too. Really good. Look at on his
Oof.
feet. Nice. Nice head control.
Yeah,
Nice
I
judo.
like the I like the hand movement that he had.
Yeah, really good.
Like
Really
if you
good. Look
see
at
him
that.
pulling down, then
Yes.
look at that.
Coming up.
Look at him adjust that hand.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yep.
Control the head. Oh,
Good stuff. Yep.
look how
Nice.
much he
Nice
moved him
judo.
off his center line. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bam, then rotates him over. Man, people just don't teach you how to fight with your hands anymore and how to like
No. Well,
use your hands to like direct and steer and
well,
just
the
turn your hips and kick them.
problem is that there's not people on the mats that do that to learn from. Uh, God, using your hands. That's a
I mean, he did that
challenge.
to a strong dude.
Oh, he sure did.
That-
But I mean, look how good the switch attempt was. How
oh
he moved
yeah,
behind him. Look how he moved behind him. Look at that. And look now. Look at the reaction. Just this is just good judo. Just good judo.
bam, got him
Look at
all the way
that move.
lifted.
Yep. Yep.
He might have had him had he committed 100%.
Yep.
I don't think he expected it to work.
No, he didn't.
Look at
Well,
the head. Look at the head fake.
yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. Now sell him with the head. Oh,
Yep.
maybe not. Go back.
Come back. Yeah.
Oh, so nice. Full speed.
You know, you don't develop that at 20 years old. You start doing that judo when you're younger. Start learning it, seeing it, and practicing it. And uh, that's why I'm such a nut for fundamentals. Don't care if you win at a young age. Learn how to play, learn how to move, learn how to use your hands.
Hmm.
Quit worrying about getting to your knees more times than the other guy does and winning a match. My God. I mean, the development takes years and years and years. Just teach the fundamentals, how to grab a gi. My God, just turning your wrist up and placing your hand correctly is a challenge.
Yep, we're not just falling over to fall over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh, nice off the grip.
man, look at that commitment.
Yeah. You know what else kids don't do well now is they don't avoid the grip. They don't control, and you do that, right? I did that too. See how he just keeps that hand off, you know, doesn't give that arm. He knows he's going one-handed. You see, look at that.
See, that guy's not supposed to open up that path. That
No,
left hand's supposed to be across. Or they can't fit in, man. Basics.
right, right, no question. I just love this Sanagi Satoshi, what I call it. But look how he's in.
Oof.
Look how deep he's in. Oh man.
Good change of direction right here.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Controls him, puts him on his
And
back.
and again he had all that rotation. All that rotation.
Oh, was that Naughty Bone? No, no, different angle. Different angle.
Yep.
No, different
Yeah.
throw. He did it to
No,
him
it's not.
twice?
Yeah. Slow it down. You'll see his head hit. It's a different angle. I think no, it's not a different angle. His head hits.
No.
Oh no, it didn't.
No, that's it. He did it to him twice. Yeah, see, he breaks the grip and then does it. There's no pawing.
Oh, that's another one. Right.
He did it
Did it
twice.
again.
He got
Yep, he
caught with the
sure did.
same thing twice. Yeah, they weren't even
Look
in the
how
same part of the mat.
yes. No, they're
Look at
not.
that. Boom. Dunks him. That must be his thing.
Well, and apparently he gets a little more turn
Oof.
here. God.
I mean, the Brazilian almost
But
looks
he
tired.
he just he
Oh, this
just
is the
turns
team
so
fight.
quick. Oh, look at that. Oh God, how nice. That's just good stuff.
What do you think of this question?
Nice. Nice, Stevens and Cohen home today as well. Was there any disappointment in the recent events? Any judoka you thought was going to do well with the new judo rules? A disappointment. You're talking about in the world championships?
I would assume so.
Uh, I mean, God, I just want you to understand that everyone is so incredibly good, and there's always upsets, right? There's upsets. Hateroff was an upset, even though he hasn't fought much, since the Olympics. And of course, Hifumi Abe's an upset. And we have that match too. Not because of the rules. I would say the only thing, maybe because let's see the rules. I think Nagase got a bad. Nagase should have won that match, or should have stayed alive in that match. He shouldn't have got that third Cedo. Uh, I can't think of anyone else at this moment. I mean, it's the World Championships. It's always going to be some exciting and some new people coming up. And if you follow judo throughout the year, you see what's happening in the Grand Slams and the Europeans, and you're not so surprised to see the people if you just watch the Worlds and that's all you watch. But these guys are climbing the whole year. You see them climbing. It's starting in Paris and the other slams that they're taking fifth and third, and they're slowly getting better. So I don't know about that, but there's always some upsets.
Yeah, I just think the upsets that you saw were built around that Yuko and the landing on an elbow, just your hip needs to touch, one butt cheek versus two butt cheeks. Like there were some iffy ones in there where you were like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Those were the big ones. But I don't have like a name other than the ones we've already spoken about.
yep,
Should go through the whole bracket and just find them. But
yeah.
who has time for that? Let's see what we got. Oh, that hip post. Oh,
Look at that torque on that. I love that. I love a good Sasai. Turn her body.
that took some
Look at
power to
that.
do.
Yep, yep.
That's not easy. That commitment though.
Yep.
God, had Blue just like no, she'd have been just fine. Not
Look how
panicked.
look how
Just right
deep the
there.
step
Just
is. Yep. God. Look how deep that step is. Look at that torque position. This is a Hungarian girl too, I believe.
who's Hungarian?
Who's the white? Who's white?
Kosovo.
That Oh, okay, cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. And look, watch how she controls the head to keep the arm off the mat. Look how she keeps that head up so the arm can't reach the mat. God, it's good stuff.
Bam.
I mean, what a nice society.
Bam.
Beautiful stuff.
So good.
It is, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful.
All of it.
We talk about this at the camps. The commitment you have to make to do a technique right. That is such a huge commitment with that first step.
Yep.
Hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Takes
It's a
some
big,
courage.
yes. It's a big step for kids as they get into the big leagues. This was just. I mean, this one just. I like watching some big guys, but this one hurt a little bit.
Donk.
God.
Oh, look at that drive though. That's commitment.
Oh man. Yes. Yes.
Man.
These guys are so freaking powerful. Oh man.
Well, that was an interesting little hook.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. He's got his foot hooked.
He's on the other side too, huh?
Yeah, he went all the way around and through.
I gotta tell you, I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah, see
Look at
that? You
that.
see his little
My
foot kick
God, yeah, I
through?
see his foot around there. Look at that. That is freaking weird. I
That's why he got, look at that. Look at, he went in right there and he loops that foot around
oh man,
and it's stuck.
I didn't see that. That's
He's
great.
stuck. He got all
That's
tangled
great.
and then fell over like a 2x4.
That's great.
Too funny.
I've never seen that before. Look at
I'm not,
that. I've never
I'm
seen
not,
that before.
I'm not even sure if that's legal.
I agree.
I found a frame. Take it away. Right there.
Look at that.
Hooked
Oh
him.
man. Okay, I got to send it to one of my referee friends and ask him. I got to get a call on this one. Got to get a call on this one. Wow, that was
might
interesting.
might want to start teaching it that way.
I wish I could take credit for seeing that. I didn't see it when I put the video on there. That is cool.
Alrighty. What do we got here? Oh, she's gonna smash this girl, isn't she? Oh yeah. Oh,
Look at that.
that's commitment.
That's I think she's first time world champion Leperteliani. She was you know, 57 kilos was pretty much owned by two Canadians over the past, several years, and they're both out of the division. And I mean, not that Leperteliani wasn't playing great judo, her best judo. She was hot at this Worlds,
Yeah.
but she is good and powerful. Look at that arch. God, man,
That takes commitment.
that is good stuff, isn't it? God. Did he hook that leg on purpose? It's hard to say, but it certainly appears that way. It certainly
He
appears that way.
he felt it
I
down
would
there and
think,
he was like,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah,
yeah, whoop."
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do Osoto. That never came to my mind to hook the other leg. God, is the sister of the Marilyn Lepcheli or something? I believe so. I believe so. I think it is a sister. Certainly, the genes are there.
Oh, that was ugly.
Oh,
Oh, that was stupid. Oh,
coach.
that's
Oh
embarrassing.
God.
That's embarrassing. That's like the first thing you teach like the 6-year-old. When you fall down, don't get back up.
Right, don't get back up. Right. Well, he learned the hard way. The hard way.
He was trying to not get that Shido.
Yep. Well, he didn't.
Mission accomplished, coach.
Yes. What a deep coach. Look at that.
Instructions unclear.
Right.
Surprised he didn't just stand up and like just do the pickup.
Yeah.
He
But
was
I mean,
close enough.
yeah, that was a pretty deep hook too, though. God, they got that leg moved. Oh, he was trying to, but I mean, he just had no. There was no option then. That leg was trapped.
Ah, he hesitated. Right there, he could have just grabbed him and just
Yep.
went like Hulk strength on him.
Hulk strength,
Yeah.
maybe. That's a beautiful, beautiful coach,
Losing
Oh, cool. Nice, nice
minutes
stuff.
ago. Terrible. What do we got here? All of these from the worlds?
Yep. All from the
Oh,
worlds.
look at you. No history. It's very rare
Well, I
from you.
figured, I mean, the world's
Oh, oh no.
uh,
Oh,
nice change up, change direction, a little Koshi Guruma style.
oh, that kid must be strong.
Yes.
Oof. Looking at him like, oops. He's like, I lost everything I had and I still got you.
Yeah.
Oof.
Good
Such
stuff.
such commitment with the hips. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he let go of everything to do that because
Yep.
he has the belt and what seems to be the tricep. He pulls himself in, lets go, or maybe he held the belt or
He
tried
held
to.
the belt then. The arm was
Yeah,
free. Yeah. Yeah.
he didn't make the transition. He just
Nice.
held
Yeah, he
it.
did hang on to the belt. He still had the belt.
I'm gonna have to try that on one of the kids and see what happens. My brain tells me I'm gonna get thrown, but let's find
Yeah.
out. Well, this thumbnail's a big dude. Let's see if it sticks on this video. Oh, you titled it heavyweight. It is a big dude.
Yeah. Again, watching these guys move quickly, I'm impressed. I like to see that. These guys are strong.
Nakano did not plan that very well.
No,
He tried to
no.
pick somebody up. Like,
I did a Kochi, and then
went for the
he
lift.
got the, yeah. Well, he got tied
He,
up with the wrong guy.
he clearly doesn't pick up heavyweights in Japan though. Like, what was he
No,
doing? Like, you couldn't do
no.
it. You couldn't do an Ochi. You couldn't do a
Oh,
Kochi. You couldn't do like a
oh,
Dayashi, something to create some space and get your hands
just
in a better position. You went for like
yeah,
full lift.
yeah. Tying up with him is a bad, bad move. A bad. It was a bad decision.
Yeah, got his belt
Yeah.
taken.
So,
I just.
sometimes it's time to bail.
Do you remember when Inoue threw Kovacs from
Yeah,
Hungary? Was that at the Worlds? When
I
he
think
like he
so.
was in that position, he had the belt and the collar, and he just
Yep.
drove him like 16
Yeah.
feet the other way and threw him. Experience
Great. Oh, without a doubt.
right here, just backstep, boom, Ochi, run him
Oh,
over.
mm.
Oof. Because worst case scenario, it get you out of the position.
Listen, there are times you got to bail. I mean, if you're in a bad position, take a Cheeto. You don't stay there.
Nah, Japanese don't do that.
Well, so it goes.
You live and die by the opponent. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, oopsie. He oopsied him.
Interesting that if that was a Wazari, obvious,
Ah,
Abe would have come back.
well, had he not bridged,
Yeah, yeah.
because it might have been.
God. Sometimes you need something to fight for. If you keep winning all the time, it's
No, you just win all the time. No,
yeah.
no.
Well, his sister's feeling better now.
I mean, he definitely tried to get out and like fight it because
Yeah,
watch this. See the G, perfectly
yeah,
smooth. Watch where his head hits, right on the G,
yeah,
and the letter's now up in the air. Watch it. See?
yeah.
His head pushed so hard into the mat it pushed the sticker up. He was trying.
Oh, without a doubt. At what
But
point do you
you got
feel
to
I've
give
lost?
this.
Yeah.
Who? What? Look at that grip. That's illegal. Shido Abe. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
express right there. That's Shido. You can't grab the end of the belt like that.
Well, he would have been happy to have the match stopped and got a Cheeto.
Look at that.
It's unusual to see him in that position, you know.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mate Shido. Mate Shido. I found the frame, guys. Oof, watch that hook. Look at him hook him. He like
Yep.
that guy went for it.
Yep. Yep.
That was
Definitely.
offense all the way. He came to win, and when he
Yeah.
did, I love that Cup of Noodle is now sponsoring the Worlds. Oof.
That was good. But,
Who's this one? All right, let's see what we got here.
oh, this is the final of 81
Uh,
kilo.
the oopsie.
Yeah. And again, strength.
I don't know why he went for that big pickup, but 3.5 minutes into golden score, like no leg hook, no nothing.
I, I think Arbuzov's like 20, 21, 22 years old. He's a
Yeah,
kid
he's
still.
young.
He's a kid. God. And they didn't let him fight in the last Olympics. It's the Russian. Man.
Well, we'll see if he
Meets the
peaked
qualifications.
peaked too early.
We'll see. Like I said, he won the Europeans and he won the Worlds. I mean, he's on top of the world now. We'll see what happens. Oh, this is the finals of the 52 kilo. Abe and Krasnicki.
Ah, right under.
Yeah,
Dang.
look how
She
squared she
just missed
was.
that grip.
You know, look at that. Yeah. And Krasnicki is always so careful with her position when she's fighting. She's really good, in gripping. She's really good and very careful.
She
Uh,
just didn't put that right
just
leg in front.
yes.
She pulled it back right there and got stuck.
Yep. Yep. And she
Left.
knows it.
Yep.
She knows
Oops.
it.
One mental lapse. That's all it
Yep.
takes.
That's right.
And then
How
game
deep.
over.
Look how deep. Again, look at that commitment. Look at that commitment to the Sanagi. You know, look how deep she is. God, beautiful stuff, man.
I love that she did it from the collar too.
Yeah. Uh, Oren, any advice for people wanting to start training judo? Uh, uh, Oren, if you look at my name, my email address is there. Send me an email and I can talk to you about it.
That lift. Like she basically look at that. She had like the
Yeah.
wherewithal to like know that she needed to stand back up
Stand
and
up.
takes
Right.
like a
And
diligent step and drive.
yep. Yep. And she's great.
Man.
And I love we have to show the Pon Sanagi too, because I promised someone on the members call I had that he says, will you show that video? I said, when I'm on with Travis, we'll show it.
Which video?
There's an Ippon Sanagi in there.
Nope. That was right.
Oh God, you got to be kidding me.
Nope. Who did it?
Let me see.
I love a good Ippon Senagi.
Okay, then
Oh, was it GABA?
You didn't? No, you didn't get all these. No, there was. I had the 48 kilo.
Oh, look at that. Boom. That hurt.
Oh, this one. Oh, that is. He is freaking strong.
Big lift, big throw. Look at that core, full extension. Let's turn that down. Stump just had a rough day. Rough day in the office.
Oh, he did. That'll work.
That's gonna give him a headache later. Man, these look like all different videos that are in here. What is this one? Oh no, that's that guy.
Oh, we saw that.
Oof, I don't remember seeing this one. This guy was tricky though.
Yeah.
I watched him throughout the day.
He had some new Japanese guys. Nice to see. That's out of his on, huh? Oh,
Boom.
that's my bad, I guess.
Oh, that was cool. Oof. Then change it.
Yeah.
Man,
Nice change of direction.
just the power it takes to like pull that off. It's a good warm up. Nice way to like burn the lungs and the core and the hands. That takes a lot out of you. Who's this one? Oh, that's that guy.
Oh, we saw that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing your throw.
I'm gonna find it straight cooks now.
Oh, that's the big guy.
God, I know I put it in there, but I can't find it either. We'll get it next time. I know, Rick. I promise you, my next call next month. I promise I'll have it for you. I promise I'll have it for you.
Oh, that was nice.
One-handed tile. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that
you don't
tile.
see that too often. Didn't
No.
quite rotate the shoulders enough, but man, he did enough.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm gonna watch that
Hungry.
again.
Look at that. Nice judo.
Boom. That takes some grip strength to pull off. Look at that.
Yeah.
100% through the fingertips.
The power, man.
Oh, I'm trying to find it, guys. I'm telling you, I don't
My
see it.
fault. I thought I put it in there.
You didn't, did you?
I can't find it in mine. But
Yeah. Like I said, we had some technical difficulties yesterday. All the videos got deleted. Had to re-put them in. Oof. No, not this one.
No, I can't see it in what I put in there. Oh God.
I still can't believe this kid got caught twice in the same fight. Bam. He almost like gave up on that.
Okay, I got it. I got it here. Can I put it in the? Can I still drag it and you get it?
Yeah. Just
Okay,
throw it in the folder.
let me put that in the folder.
Trying to teach Steve technology, everybody. We're a work
It's
in progress.
by far.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, who's this kid?
What do you watch when you're watching now?
That Ochi, that was nice.
That's where I was. Here we are. Yeah, I like this Ochi. This is nice.
Yeah, but so was the throw at the beginning. He didn't replay.
Yeah.
Look at that. Osoto,
Yeah.
Seo catches. That's a different fight though, but
Oh, nice. You got to
Kudo.
capture the leg and keep it. It's Anouchi.
All
And you
right.
got to keep that supporting foot under you. That's a good, nice move.
Let's see what we got here. See what Steve gave us here. This one,
No,
right?
that's not the one I put in there, is it?
Yeah, you just put it in here.
No, that's not
Yeah.
the one I put in there.
Just let it play. Just let it play. It's titled something different.
Oh, oh, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. All right,
Slow.
Rick, I got you, Rick. I got you. Look at that. Semifinals, less than a minute. Boy, is it nice to end the semifinals in less than a minute, huh? God,
Look at
look at
that.
that. Nice. Yes.
I remember when I used to be able to bend like that. Good
Yeah,
hamstring
right.
stretch.
Yeah, this girl is really good. Really good. And she is excited. How cool. Look at that.
Boom.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Boom.
And these girls are doing good judo. It's all good, but man, good. Ugh, nice.
People keep dropping their hands in the fight. Can't do that. Look,
Yeah.
took her hands out. They were in the middle. You were good. You were good. Just set that cross grip. Why did we take our hand out?
There's no question, winning the semis in less than a minute, you're going into the finals with a little bit of momentum.
Yeah. And that takes power. Like she wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know.
Look at
Look at
that
plate.
hip line.
Yep.
Way over. Brute forced her over though. I'll
Yep.
give her that.
Listen,
That's
that's
some
why
serious
just
torque on the
power.
back.
Yeah, without a doubt. What power? What freaking power? Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, Rick, I don't owe you now. Okay, paid in full. I am the only guy who hates Sode guys. I have one in my club, and he does it left and right. Don't know how to defend it. Uh,
Throw him before he throws you.
that's always good. That's always good. Uh, and the truth is, I can give you how I do it, but and I didn't have to when I fought. I didn't have to deal with Sode as much as they do today, and certainly in the 80s and 90s. In the 90s, but for me, I always played really close judo. I got a good grip on the lapel, so when my sleeve was grabbed, I was close, and it was hard to fit in. That worked for me. I play really close when I do judo. That's what I tell my students to do. But a good Sode is a good Sode. You know, you got to be you got to be aware of it.
Yep. And those
So
guys
I
can
mean,
bend into places you didn't think
right,
they could.
right, and they have ways to get your hand off the gi. It's really you got to go after it and find what works for you. Well, I think we've covered it all. I think we've covered it all. What do you think?
Anything else you
Uh,
want to talk
uh,
about
let's see. What
before we
types of
jump
throws
off?
should? Oh, I think what types of throws should beginners focus on first, like sacrifice throws, drop. God, I've written about this. I wish listen, Tyler, send me an email, steve@americanjudo.com, and I'll send you some of my writings that are available on American Judo now that talks about how we should start. Again, throws, yeah, I mean, fundamentals, posture, learning how to grab the gi, getting strong, standing on one foot, keeping your judo position, learning all those things is at reality more important than throws in the beginning of judo. So let's get our fundamentals down, and I think we're better off as far as building a foundation to learn judo.
Yeah. I'm all for keeping sacrifice throws to even advanced people and getting out of
Yeah,
intermediate. But that's all up for discussion. It's a lengthy discussion because
yeah.
there's not like a right or wrong. You gotta have a system to improve and stick to it and believe in it and it'll work. That's why certain
Well,
countries have certain styles and they perform certain throws better than others.
and again, that's why we build the foundation first, because you're going to have to find out what works for you with your body type, and you're going to have to develop your own judo, all from the basic foundation.
Yeah.
You'll do Taio, you'll do Osoto, you'll all learn it in the basic way, and you'll find the way that works for you.
That's the big key is learning like the core value of every throw and sticking to its
Yeah,
fundamentals. That way, when you get that really strong and really developed, all the like fancy ways and like different footwork styles, all of that, it'll be really fast to pick up and you'll improve a lot faster.
yeah, without a doubt.
Even though you want to do the fancy stuff early, stay away from it.
Judo takes years to learn. Don't be in a hurry with kids. Don't be in a hurry, and don't concentrate on winning. Just let
As an example, I made all of our kids do chikomis for 2 hours yesterday. That's all you did. We are going to do this right.
correct.
So it's not
And
done
again,
wrong.
learning your kazushi and stepping in is so critical to getting your throws to be effective.
And those are kids that qualified for junior worlds for the
Yep.
United States. Like they need work. They're not world champions yet. Like we have
No.
to improve some of their throws, and it's doing it until you can't do it wrong anymore. And we're going to take the time in our day to do that.
And repetition.
Yep.
Repetition is the mother of all learning. You got to do it over and over again. And Travis, you and I are one of the few of the people that have the patience to do it. I'll do it for 2 hours. That doesn't bother me one bit.
It's boring. I'd rather just fight.
Yeah,
But
but it's necessary.
the necessary evil.
Necessary, yeah, without a doubt. All right, ladies
Cool.
and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. Uh, Sorry about the hiccup. I'm glad you were able to make it today.
Yep.
And if I can find a way to tackle Travis, we could do this again next month.
Yeah, we'll probably do it in the middle of next month
Okay.
because it gets busy towards August with
Cool.
some of the events going on.
Okay.
So
We'll
sometime
do
right
the
after the
past few
4th.
guys. Yep. Okay. Perfect. We'll set that up and we'll get that information out to y'all.
Yep.
Thanks
Thanks
for joining
everybody.
us.